cheer for their team and not against their opponents. We also ask that parents supervise their children. Please stand and honor our country and those that fought to preserve our freedom as we play our national anthem.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to this broadcast of this non-conference matchup between the visiting New London Spicer Wildcats and the Belgrade Burton El Rosa Jaguars. First, we will introduce the starting lineups for the New London Spicer Wildcats. Starting at forward, junior number 3, Bryson Christensen. Starting at guard, senior number 10, Peyton Coran. Starting at guard, junior number 11, Aiden Anderson. Starting at a guard, sophomore number 13, Mason Delzer. And rounding out the starting lineup at forward, sophomore number 23, Grant Paffrath. The New London Spicer Wildcats come into this game with a record of 5-3. They beat Paynesville on Tuesday night by a score of 62-45, so that's a conference rival for the BBE Jaguars. And the Jaguars starting lineup goes like this. Starting at guard, junior number 1, Caden Piper. Senior number 3, Will Van Beck. Junior forward number 4, Tanner Shelton getting the start tonight. Also starting at guard for the Jaguars is senior number 11, Gannon Walsh. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Jaguars is senior forward number 23, Gavin Campson. So Luke Dingman, the sophomore for the Jaguars, usually starting, is on the bench to begin with. He tried playing last night, coming back. He's been sick all week. Didn't really look to the best when he was in the game, and you could just tell he was off. So he's on the bench tonight. We'll see if he gets some minutes in and kind of eases into the game, or if the Jaguars are going to be without him. So it'll be Piper and Christensen to tip it off here tonight, and we're all set and ready to go. New London wins the tip, and Aiden Anderson will control. Hands it off to Paffrath. Over to Anderson. And getting tangled up in a loose ball and a turnover for the Wildcats to start off the night. New London. That's a good backdoor pass there and a good cut from Caden Piper. And he will draw the foul on the shot attempt. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. That foul was on junior number 11, Aiden Anderson, his first, team's first. Caden Piper had another solid night last night as he controls a lot of it. Even when he was in foul trouble, he really played well. Him and Will Van Beck got into foul trouble early and controlled themselves and kept composure and kept the Jaguars in that game. So Caden makes both of those at the line. Wildcats break the press here, passing it around. Coran up top, and he'll give it off to Christensen, and he'll set it up at the top. Looking for these backdoor cuts, gets it down. Christensen backing down on Gavin Campson, turns and scores off the backboard. So 2-2 to start the game here. Caden Piper moving it around. Walsh setting up. He likes to take threes. If he steps in system, it's a good chance he's taking it. That was saved there by Gavin Campson for the second, and then it ended up going off of him, and he was out of bounds. So possession back to the Wildcats. Anderson up to Christensen and back to Koran. Pathrath guarded by Shelton in the wing. Gets a ball screen, decides not to take it, drives baseline, puts it up and in for the Wildcats. His first bucket of the night puts the Wildcats up by 2. Gannon Walsh taking the ball screen, thought about the 3, decides to pass up on it, and the Jaguars back in their offense here. And that's going to be a foul there as Grant Pathrath was just trying to cover that screen, ended up reaching. So that'll be his first foul, team's second. Piper looking for somewhere to go with the ball, finally gets it into Will Van Beck in the backcourt. Good defense up top from the Wildcats. Pathrath, Caden Piper finds the cutting Tanner Shelton. He lays it in for 2. Jaguars just in their man press here. Finds the open guy down low. Gets to the corner. Pathrath passing it up. Open man is Koran. He can't get that 3 to go. Rebound to Caden Piper. Jaguars like to push the transition. And that pass just sails out of bounds. Caden Piper moving too fast, and Will Van Beck, unfortunately, is not as tall as he wishes he was to get that pass. So 4-4 here, 15.5 to go here in the first half. Screen up top. Drive all the way through from Anderson. No good. Good defense from the Jaguars not to foul, and they take the possession back. Caden Piper, top of the key, gets a screen from Campson. And the Jaguars will reset. Good skip there. Gavin Campson tried for the reverse. He had Tanner Shelton there for the easy layup, decides to go for the reverse and wedges it in between the backboard and the rim. We'll see if the Wildcats can capitalize on that missed opportunity of the Jaguars. Up top, Anderson driving. Good help defense from Piper. Here's a long 3. That's no good from Christensen, and rebound to Walsh. Piper decides to pull off. He saw that Pathrath was probably going to take a charge there and decided to lay off a little bit. And he's out of bounds, Caden Piper was, and really good defense again from this Wildcats team, just not letting the Jaguars in the painted area. Gavin Campson and Tanner Shelton check out. And we'll see Luke Dingman is checking in for the Jaguars, along with Easton Hagan, a senior for the Jaguars. Anderson. Here's a 3. That's up and good. Peyton Koran, the senior for the Wildcats, puts the Wildcats up by 3. Easton Hagan pushes it back up to Walsh. Gets it down low. Luke Dingman goes straight to the bucket. No good. Follows it up with his own miss and puts that in. So Luke Dingman just looking a lot healthier. Here's a missed play by the Jaguars. All the way up. Baseball pass is good, and Grant Pathrath will take that shot any day of the week. Gannon Walsh thought about a 3 again. He usually likes to get going early. That's going to be a blocking foul on the baseline with the drive from Easton Hagan. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. That foul was on Peyton Koran. That's his first, team's 3rd. Good at the line is Hagan. And 2 for 2 is Hagan at the line. 1-point game. Anderson trying to get Will Van Beck off of him here. Makes a move and does nicely. Dribble handoff tipped away by Gannon Walsh. Gets it down low. That's Christensen working on Dingman and can't get that one to roll. And the Jaguars grab the rebound. Gannon Walsh sets up. Luke Dingman wide open for three, way off the mark. He knew it. He started running right away. Caden Piper battles for the offensive board and puts it in. He's got 4. Jaguars have done a really good job in these past few games of just crashing the offensive boards and really giving their team a second chance at a lot of buckets. There's another just misplay, not a lot of communication by the Jaguars, and the Wildcats are just making them pay for it. That was Bryson Christensen. That's his second bucket of the night. Tried to get it down low again to Luke Dingman. Poked away nicely by Christensen. So doing it on both ends is the junior from NLS. Dingman and Gannon Walsh checking out. So you can definitely tell they're going to keep Dingman's minutes very limited on tonight. He just seems gassed. He looks a lot better than he did last night, but still not 100%. Usually he's the last one that wants to get taken out, and you can tell he's just kind of gassed when he gets to the bench. Will Van Beck pulls up, and no good. Strong rebound there. Here's a baseball pass again up top. Jaguars recover nicely in transition. Good spin move there. Can't get the roll. Was Paffrath. Good defense from Piper. He'll go all the way. Tanner Shelton on the wing. Makes a man miss. Good to see Christensen get up, and makes a nice move in the lane. Caden Piper finishes. So the Jaguars get back in the lead, 12-11. Dead ball up top. Will Van Beck just applying pressure, not fouling. Got in a lot of trouble last night with just being a little too aggressive. Here's a wide open three. Tanner Shelton let off too much. Couldn't convert was Paffrath. Getting it over to Piper was Campson. Back up top, Campson. Leaves it off for Shelton, and Caden Piper will reset the offense up top. Very balanced scoring from both teams here. Piper leads it with 6 for the Jaguars. Almost a steal there from Christensen. Wide open for 3 is Piper. You can't give him that much room. He will convert on a lot of those shots. He's got 9. He's a very confident player. He will shoot. If you give him a little open room, he is ready to go, and he'll be ready to take the shot. Flex screen down low. Delzer working on Piper now. Pipe gets the rebound. So just a lot of good looks for the New London Spicer Wildcats in the painted area. Just can't get them to fall right now. Caden Piper, dribble drive there, and that's a swing pass that intended for I don't know who, but Will Van Beck comes away with it. Caden Piper driving nicely on Anderson. Great defense there just to stop the drive. Will Van Beck on the sidelines. I don't know how he does that all the time. He tight ropes his feet so good. And there's Caden Piper for 3 at the top of the key. He's got 12. Anderson gets it down low. Great play. Just can't get the roll again. There's a lot of these balls that are just falling off. This is going to be a completely different game when those start to fall. And in the transition, Easton Hagen gets that bucket, and the Jaguars are leading this one here. 9:44 left in the first half. Jaguars 20, New London Spicer 11. back here at the Belgrade Brittenell Rosa Elementary Gym. Jaguars jumping out to an early 9-point lead after a very tightly contested first few, half we have here. Just a lot of good shots for New London Spicer, just can't get it to go in. Newly checking into the game and making his name known, Brady Gerhardson, the senior for the New London Spicer Wildcats, break that press of the Jaguars so easily again and get an open look. Easton Hagen's got it up top. Also checking in for the Wildcats is number 5, Gabe Roman. Swat there. Gets a nice look there and another block there from behind. Great defense there from the junior Bryson Christensen on Luke Dingman. Lost positioning there as the pass just went over as he was fronting him and the help side wasn't there, but recovered nicely and got the block. Shakes his defender, his Piper. That one rattles out, looked good, and tipped around and finally controlled there by Gerhardson. Gannon Walsh on Gerhardson up top. Now the nice drive there. Anderson's got it up top. Christensen, skip past Anderson up top. Tanner Shelton guarding him. Looking to make a move. Gerhardson driving on Walsh, kicks back to Anderson, gets a baseline drive there, leaves it off, and we're going to get, I thought was a tie-up. Great job by Roman to take that away, and then the Jaguars rip it away. Gannon Walsh setting up in the corner for 3, up, no good, off the side of the rim, and here come the Wildcats. And we're going to get a blocking foul there. Caden Piper trying to take the charge there, just wasn't set up, and it's going to be a out-of-bounds play here for the Wildcats. That foul is on Caden Piper. That's his first, team's first of the half. Great play there, Christensen, and then nobody boxed out. And the Wildcats get an easy bucket there. That's not going to come any easier. Brady Gerhardson just taking it and putting it right back up on that left side. As the Jaguars working it around here, Gannon Walsh up top. Roman on him. Nice drive, gets it poked away, and a turnover. And the Wildcats are charging back up. Coran. Gerhardson leaves it off for Anderson. Christensen finds Gerhardson. Anderson driving on Piper. Great hanging shot there. Just couldn't get it to go again. Just great defense there. And we're going to get a 30-second timeout here called by Chris Anderson and the Jaguars. 7:13 to go. 20-15. Jaguars lead. We're back here, the Wildcats applying pressure, and they'll fall off. Kind of just a little man-to-man just to slow up the Jaguars. They like to push it. We'll see if the Jaguars do the same here. Tanner Shelton was open there. Will Van Beck couldn't get it to him, though, with the good defense from Coran. Caden Piper up top. Gets it over to Shelton in the wing. Ball screen on the roll was Gavin Campson, was open. Again, just these rolls from the Jaguars. Will Van Beck for 3. That one's no good. Looked good. Still battling around, and finally controlled by the Wildcats. Good drive here. And another just easy bucket. Brady Gerhardtson just doing exactly what he needs to and not doing anything special. He's got 6. Dead ball here. Getting up top. Gannon Walsh with the dribble handoff. He sees a lane, gets it out. That's tipped. Oh, and that was not tipped, says the ref, and that's going to go. And just no ref had an angle, but it'll give the ball back to the Wildcats there. So 6 minutes left here in the half, and the Jaguars are on kind of a cold streak on this offensive end here. Delzer driving, Will Van Beck guarding Koran. Just a lot of dribble handoffs, a lot of movement. There's a 3 from Koran. All knotted up now, 20-20. We'll see if the Jaguars can answer here. They just had a timeout here to talk about what they want to do on the offensive and defensive end and have no points to score. Caden Piper drives in on the baseline and draws the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. That foul is on Brady Gerhardtson, the senior. That'll be his first, team's 4th of the half. And Caden Piper will be at the line. Easton Hagen and Luke Dingman checking in. Gannon Walsh and Gavin Campson will take a seat for the Jaguars as we await Caden Piper's second free throw. No good at the line. Keeps his point total at 13 for the leading all scorers here tonight. Jaguars fall back in a 2-3, trying to confuse them. Gets a really open look. Nice passing here from New London. Gets another open look, no good on that one. And the Jaguars control the rebound. Jaguars now passing it around here. Good drive from Will Van Beck, and that's going to be a foul. It's going to be a blocking foul there on Bryson Christensen. That'll be his first, team's 5th, as Will Van Beck will go to the line to shoot 2. Off the back iron, no good. Brady Birch checking in for Caden Piper. Birch is a senior for the Jaguars team. 1 for 2. And gets on the board for his score. And Will Van Beck has taken a few more shots than he usually does, but it's good to see him being aggressive. So we'll see what the Wildcats have against this 2-3 zone. Just a lot of passing and a lot of talking needs to be happening on the Jaguars defensive end, but these Wildcats are doing a great job. Here's another D3 Koran. No good. Bryson Christensen up top. Puts that up. No good. And the rebound, Tanner Shelton. So something really hard, obviously, in zones is to box out on the defensive end. You really got to find a man, but in a zone you aren't guarding someone closely, so it's hard to find. So New London needs to keep crashing the offensive boards as long as BBE stays in this zone. Running their offense really nicely is BBE, passing it around. Luke Dingman trying to look for that 3. You can tell he's being very patient up top. Decides to drive and then flings it back. Tanner Shelton corrals that, and the Jaguars will reset here. Good move from Tanner Shelton. That was a great possession for both teams there. I mean, obviously, New London let up a score, but they had some great defense, and that was just a good possession that you want to see all game from each of these teams here. Bryson Christensen just taking it in the middle, looking for an open guy to get to, and doing a very good job of just being patient, not rushing anything or making any bad passes in that middle spot. And Koran with the 3 again. That's up and good. He's got 9 points tonight, and the Wildcats are back within 1. And now we're gonna get a moving screen push. That's gonna go on Will Van Beck. That'll be his first. That's gonna be pivotal for the Jaguars to keep him out of, or himself to keep him out of foul trouble. They really don't need Will in foul trouble, and he's the guy who runs that offense very, very efficiently for this Jaguars team, and a very good on-ball defender. Jaguars get out of their zone, and a missed shot there from Delzers, excuse me. And that's going to be a foul there. Great shot fake there from Luke Dingman. Exactly what you want to do. Bryson Christensen he was trying to get out of the way, but unfortunately he just ends up going right into him. So that's going to be his second foul of the night, as he will take a seat. And Caleb Smith, another senior for this New London Spicer team, will check in. Gavin Campson in for Luke Dingman. Again, just not the usual minutes for Luke Dingman, that is for sure. He's usually out there, but he's definitely just moving slow. Caden Piper gets the feed from Gavin Campson, and he gets another bucket. He's got 15. Smith. Delzer working on Birch. Leaves it off. Paffrath driving all the way nicely, just can't get the roll again. That's such a good look and such a good drive there. Just not getting that roll. Tanner Shelton doing a good job down low, looking to post up. He can, as you saw before, he's got some good post moves for being undersized. He's played post in JV, and just growing up, he's been pretty tall. He's just worked on his post moves, which is a key piece to have. Screen there, kick out Shelton. Up top. Birch dribble handoff. And Will Van Beck in the corner sets up, walks into that one, and that's good. Will Van Beck gets his first three of the night to go, and the Jaguars lead it by 6. Minute and a half left to go here in the first half. And New London just being patient again. Smith has got it, looking for a back door. Ends up leaving it off for Pathrath up top. Anderson thought about a 3 there. Gets it, Smith in the corner. Looking to drive on Campson. Koran gets a shot right at the free throw line off the back glass. And the Jaguars get a defensive stop there. Under 30 seconds now. Jaguars just being patient. And now Will Van Beck will go up point and run it. Off to Gavin Campson. Will Van Beck dashes in. Piper gets up top. Gets it down, 5 seconds to go here. Jaguars need to get off a shot. Piper working on the baseline in the corner for 3. It's up, no good. And that's how the first half will end. Low scoring, but great defense for both teams. And as the Jaguars lead the first half, 29-23. We'll be back after halftime for the second half. So we're back here at the Belgrade Brutenell Rosa gym to get set and ready for the second half. Piper leading all scorers with 15, and Coran's got 9 to lead New London Spicer in the scoring column. Getting it down, starting out with Piper, gets it kicked out, Gannon Walsh in the corner, Tanner Shelton, and the Jaguars will reset. Same starters for each team here. Elevated screen, Gannon Walsh gets the defender on his feet, goes all the way in. Bryson Christensen with the swat and the chase down. And New London comes back with the ball here. Paffrath up top, Delzer. Paffrath up top, swinging it over now, Delzer. Over to Christensen, Gavin Campson on him. Good defense there. Good backdoor screen or backdoor cut there from Coran. And he lost Caden Piper and was wide open on that right-hand side. He's got 11. We'll see how the Jaguars respond here. Will Van Beck all the way down, and we're going to get a blocking foul there. That's going to go on. Yes, it is going to go on Pathrath. Grant Pathrath. That's going to be his second foul. So him and Bryson Christensen each with 2 fouls now for the Wildcats. Caden Piper in the post, swings around, can't get that to go. And Pathrath with the rebound. Pathrath gets it down, Christensen, left hand, and one. Basket's good. On the arm, they're going to call that there. Gavin Campson kind of, they're going to get that on Gannon Walsh. So that makes a little more sense. Christensen goes to the line, and he sinks the and one. Gavin Campson for sure thought it was on him, and I was kind of agreed. Didn't really know what he did, but Gannon Walsh got him on the arm of the back screen. Skip pass there, and the Jaguars will reset. Tanner Shelton leaves it off Gannon Walsh. Caden Piper now driving. Tanner Shelton in the corner. Swings it across to Gannon Walsh. New London Spicer doing a good job on the defensive end again. Tanner Shelton sets up, takes a 3, no good. And Coran grabs the rebound. And here come the Wildcats. Trying to take back the lead are the Wildcats here. And we're getting a foul on the shot of Delzer. He will go to the line, and that's going to go again on Gannon Walsh. 2 quick fouls here to open up the half for him. Mason Delzer good on the first attempt. Campson and Walsh check out. Dingman and Hagen in for the Jaguars. And 2 for 2 is Delzer. And now the Wildcats are entering in a zone here. Gets it stolen is Anderson. And off the turnover, the Wildcats extend their lead to 3. Good skip pass. Jaguars trying to make most of it. Easton Hagen gets blocked from the back there by Christensen. Good transition look for the Jaguars, but Bryson Christensen was he's just playing very good defense tonight. He's got a lot of hands and a lot of blocks. Tanner Shelton again gets blocked by Christensen, and the Wildcats are on the transition. Good job, Easton Hagen pokes that away, saves it. Great transition defense from Hagen now. Gets it down. Luke Dingman loses it for a second. Now it's on the floor. Rolls around. Gets it off to Delzer. Was Coran now getting double teamed, and now the Wildcats have got it. Wildcats on a 9-0 run here to start the half. Pathrath beats Tanner Shelton on that wing, and Chris Anderson has got to talk it over with his team there. His team down now by 5 points. Wildcats lead at 34-29. So we're back. We'll see what the Jaguars have planned up on the offensive end. They have gone on a drought now to open up this second half, all approaching 4 minutes. There they beat it. Luke Dingman leaves it off. Tanner Shelton gets fouled and can't get the easy bucket to go in, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. That foul's on Mason Delzer, the sophomore for this Wildcats team. Smooth shot from Shelton at the line. And one more coming. Two for two is Shelton, puts his point total up to 6. And the Jaguars cut the lead back to 3. Koran gets a screen, sets a screen there. That's a nifty way to break that press of the Jaguars. Jaguars now in a man-to-man, and that's a missed shot, and the Jaguars have it. And Will Van Beck is looking to push it up. Goes all the way in, left-hand layup is good. Will Van Beck's got 6. Jaguars in a 1-2-2 zone here. Again, that screen didn't work. He thought he was going to screen. One thought he was passing it. Caden Piper says, I'll take it and I'll score it, though. Anderson now. And dead ball gets it to Christensen, and the Jaguars have to retreat here. Koran for 3, no good. And Tanner Shelton just trying to do everything he could to keep Pathrath out of the lane, and just had to hold him and gets a foul called on him. Great job of Pathrath crashing that offensive boards. Again with that play, Luke Dingman says no thank you. And the ball's on the ground. Caden Piper has it, gets it away to Luke Dingman. Great play from Luke Dingman. No other Jaguar was ready for it other than him. He definitely saw that in the first half. They did it and wasn't going to let that happen again. Shelton working down now. Easton Hagen's got it in the lane, and he'll pull it back up top for the Jaguars. Luke Dingman gets it to Will Van Beck in the corner. Then Easton Hagen's working it up top, and Caden Piper's got it. With the floater, no good. Luke Dingman had it for a second, tipped away nicely by Anderson, and gives the ball back to the Wildcats. And that's going to get stripped away and stolen by the Jaguars. Another turnover here, so the Jaguars playing with a little more intensity. So the Jaguars now working around, trying to get it down low. Caden Piper going in, can't get the roll, and that's going to be a foul. He'll go to the line again to shoot 2. That's going to go on Aiden Anderson. That's his second foul, team's 3rd of the half. No good at the line is Caden Piper, trying to extend the Jaguar lead. He's got 17 points. And that one's good. So this press from the Jaguars, long skip past the Pathrath, breaks it. And now the Jaguars are scrambling again. Out to Pathrath, into Christensen in the corner. And Delzer just turns and shoots it over Piper. And they're going to get an and one off that. Great and one finish there. And no good. And that's going to go to the Jaguars. So the Jaguars now all knotted up, 36 all. Will Van Beck drives on Christensen, dribbles all the way through. That one's tipped out of bounds. Good poke away by Mason Delzer. Caden Piper jumps up, gets Will Van Beck in the wing. Will Van Beck tries to follow it up. That ball rimmed right in and out. I think that hoop we saw earlier in the first half, there was a bunch of New London Spicer shots that just rimmed out. Great pass from Christensen into the cutting Delzer and gives the Wildcats the lead back. Gannon Walsh takes a three, no good. Christensen, and that's going to be a foul. Unfortunate. That's going to be Caden Piper's third foul. So Caden Piper's got to be careful there. Now playing with three, as there's a lot of time left in this game. Jaguars are going to have to see where they're going to go to get some scoring if Piper has to come out. Coran gets that pass tipped. Will Van Beck is there for the steal. Gets it to Tanner Shelton, and he gets the roll there. Good feed, good cut there from Tanner Shelton, and a good pass from Will Van Beck. 38-38. Good steal there again from Tanner Shelton. Caden Piper going down. Christensen's on him with the left hand finish is good. Piper's got 20. Christensen leaves it off. Coran in the corner. Gets nothing on that one. And the Jaguars will take the ball back with a 2-point lead. Approaching 10 minutes to go. Swinging it around is the Jaguars. Will Van Beck, great pass. Gavin Campson just can't get the finish. And here come the Wildcats. Great drive there from Pathrath. Leaves it short, pushing it up. Gannon Walsh has got it. Goes all the way through the left side. And the Will Van Beck comes away with the rebound. Gannon Walsh goes up again and gets that one to go. So sticking with it on the offensive end is the Jaguars. And they're just putting it on them with that offensive rebounding. So with 9:41 to go, the Jaguars started off this half short, or not very good on the scoring end, but have come alive here, 42-38.
Is your car feeling?
So New London will inbound here. Jaguars now in a 2-3 zone. New London got a lot of open shots here in this zone, working it to the middle and then kicking it out. That's nice off the glass. Brady Gerhardtson, and he's got 8. Shelton now looking to get it into Luke Dingman, posting up nicely. Jaguars just can't work it down to him. Tanner Shelton, good post move there, gets it stripped, and now passed away. Great job, Mason Delzer on the baseline, keeping that ball in. And now we're gonna get another foul called here on the drive. Gerhardtson. That's gonna go on Will Van Beck, that's his second. Jaguars playing good defense. Finally get it into Christensen. Pathrath, mid-range jumper, knocks it down. Smooth looking shot, ties the game back up. He's got 8. Will Van Beck racing down with Koran on him. Looking for somewhere to go is Tanner Shelton with the ball. Caden Piper comes and grabs it from him. Leaves it off now. And Shelton swings it back up. Will Van Beck will reset. Shelton with the screen there for Piper. Now leaves it and Luke Dingman's got it up. Great defense here from New London. Caden Piper leaves it off. Great assist. Good job, Luke Dingman, just being ready for that pass and laying it in. He's got 4. Still not looking like himself. And there's Christensen taking advantage of it. You can tell he's getting gas now. He's been in probably longer than he has at one time in this game, and New London's noticing that, and they should be attacking that if they're them. That's exactly what you want to do. Caden Piper now driving. Tanner Shelton setting up for 3. That one's off the mark. Christensen with the board. Good looking shot, just couldn't get it to go in the corner. Gerhardtson makes another move. Can't get that to go though, but great looking shot. Gerhardson's played not a lot of minutes, but he's definitely made his time known, doing it on both ends and just being a really good outlet for this New London Spicer Wildcat team. Piper working on Delzer. Piper. Step back jumper, no good. And that's almost a travel as 2 of the New London guys were going after it. And they finally realized that there was the same team and cleared it out. Pathrath looking down low, making a move on Shelton. Will Van Beck with the good help side defense. Now there's trapped in the corner. And Gerhardtson is there to come grab the ball. Koran pushing off and scoring. So Koran's got 13 and puts the New London Wildcats up by 2. Shelton gets it down low to Luke Dingman. Luke Dingman can't finish, and that's going to be a foul, and that'll stay. That's going to go on Caden Piper. Just not a very smart foul from him. I mean, you're playing with 3 teams leading scorer. You're out. One of your leading scorers is out on the bench now. He's sick, and you just got to notice that. That's going to be 7 fouls, though. So that'll send Bryson Christensen to the line, the junior, to shoot the 1-and-1. So the 7 team fouls compared to the 3 of the Jaguars with 6 minutes to go is not where you want to be sitting if you're the Jaguars. Bryson Christensen misses that one, and the Jaguars will take it back down 2 points. Who's going to step up to score for the Jaguars is unknown, and we'll see what happens. Will Van Beck getting guarded closely by Koran's done a really good job on him, making it hard for him to run that offense. Jaguars just running through their offense smartly. Tanner Shelton gets it down low. Christensen on him, puts it up and in. Right on Christensen, and that ties the game, and Tanner Shelton breaks double digits here, and we're going to get a timeout from Chris Anderson. 5:34 left to go in the game. We're all tied up. We're back here at the Belgrade Bruno Rosa Elementary Gym. Some updates from the around Jaguar country. The girls basketball team is beating Royalton right now in Royalton 41-33. And in Belgrade, the Jaguar wrestling team took home second in their invitational behind a very good Becker team who is in double or triple A. So a good showing for them. And we'll see if the Jaguars can pick up a win here on their home court in this border battle against New London Spicer. Working it around the top of the key. Gerhardsen setting up. Back to Anderson. Will Van Beck guarding him. Great spin move on that side. What a finish on the glass. Anderson's got 4. Good backdoor cut. Tanner Shelton. Great find, great pass from Gavin Campson. That's exactly what you got to do if that first pass isn't there. Fake that first one and then have that guy cut. Nicely done by the Jaguars. Pathrath in the corner, guarded by Shelton. Trying to get it down low to Christensen. Driving now and then just losing the ball was Gerhardsen. Gannon Walsh playing good defense and not letting anything happen, not anything through. So Luke Dingman and Caden Piper check back in. So Caden Piper playing with those 4 fouls. He's really got to be careful both on the offensive and defensive ends of it. Good pass, good finish, Tanner Shelton. He is pumped up, and as he should. That was a great finish. Fought off the contact of the pass there, took it and scored it and put it home. That was a great, great move from Tanner Shelton and a great, great pass by Will Van Beck just to get it to him. Tanner Shelton's got 14 points. Make that 15 for the junior, stepping up and in this starting role for the Jaguars. He has really performed well, and he's been proving himself these last few games, and he's made a name for himself, which is good to see. Christensen for 3 at the top of the key, no good. Will Van Beck didn't box out, and Anderson makes him pay with an and one of his own. Just going back to the basics, just not boxing out is just allowing the Jaguars, or allowing the Wildcats to stay in this game, and the Jaguars just to not have extra possessions for them. That foul goes on Easton Hagen, and Anderson will go to the line to shoot the and one. And he converts. We're back to a tie game, 3:34. So the Jaguars working it around now. And that's going to be a travel there. And so that's a turnover, and in these last few minutes, that is crucial here for the Jaguars. Caden Piper playing aggressive defense, still with those 4 fouls. And that's a mishandle, and that's going to give the ball right back to the Jaguars. Anderson, I think he might have slipped and just lost the handle, not really sure, but Gannon Walsh will check in for Easton Hagen. And 2:45 to go, 51 all. Coran with 13, Piper with 20, and Shelton now with 15 points, the leading scorers for this game. Luke Dingman gets it to Piper. Up top, Gannon Walsh for 3. That one swatted away. Christensen again, now off to the races, and he lays it up and in, doing it on both ends. Defense turning into offense, and the Wildcats are up by 2. Will Van Beck all the way out. 3-pointer, Gannon Walsh. He's not afraid to shoot it right back. And the Jaguars will call a timeout. That's going to be the Jaguars' second to last timeout. So with 2:12, Jaguars up by 1, 54-53. So after being blocked on the previous possession off a 3-pointer, Gannon Walsh stays confident in his shot and sinks that one in the corner to put the Jaguars back up by 1. 2 minutes to go now here in the game. Will Van Beck takes that to go, and we're going to get a foul called by who? That's going to be on number 11. Isn't a clear path foul, or I am not sure what it, but so it's going to be his 3rd foul, and saves a fast break opportunity for the Jaguars. So I guess works out. That's the 5th team foul on the Wildcats. So they do have fouls to give. And the Jaguars will set it up. Will Van Beck up top. Swings it over to Shelton. Piper driving on Anderson. Up top, Luke Dingman. And Will Van Beck's got it. Easton Hagen now with Delzer on him. Up top, good defense. Caden Piper now driving baseline, turning. Bad pass there, stolen by Christensen. And Will Van Beck tries to step it away, can't do it. And now we're going to get a timeout. So Bryson Christensen gets the steal off the bad pass of the Jaguars and now puts it all the way down the court and gives New London the lead, 55-54. We'll be back after this. So we're back 1:08 left to go in the game. Jaguars down by 1. Led at halftime 29-23. New London battled back, kept the Jaguars scoreless for the first, I believe, 4 minutes to come all the way back and put themselves in a position to win this game. Jaguars now have to do the same here. Trying to get it down low to Luke Dingman. Bryson Christensen doing a good job on the defensive end there. Under a minute to go now. And there is going to be the foul called. They do have fouls to give, so it's not the biggest deal. It's not sending him to the line. That's 3 on Christensen. All of the New London Spicer Wildcats fouls are very spread out. No one's really in danger of being in foul trouble here. Caden Piper is playing with those 4 fouls. Came in with about 4 minutes to go and has played a clean game since. Paffrath on Shelton. And the New London Spicer fans getting into it on the defensive end. Caden Piper's got it, and now we're going to get a timeout here. 16 seconds to go, and the Jaguars will spend their last timeout. So 55-54, New London leads here with 16 seconds to go. We're back here, 16.7 seconds to go in the game. Jaguars down by 1 with the ball. And the out of bounds pass goes out of bounds. No time ticks off the clock. And the ball goes back to the Wildcats. So the Wildcats are in the bonus, so a foul will send them to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. And they got to do it fast or go for the steal as quick as they can. And there's the pass in, and Anderson gets fouled. Jaguars did a good job on the inbound pressure, just couldn't get a steal. And Anderson, who has 7 points tonight, will go to the line. That foul will be on Will Van Beck. That'll be his 3rd, team's 9th. No good. Paffrath gets it. That's going to stay with the Wildcats. Last touch, they say, by Luke Dingman. So no timeouts for the Jaguars. 13.4 seconds. Got to go for the steal, then the foul. And Anderson's got it, and Will Van Beck's going to foul. 11.4 left on the clock. So it's going to be 2 shots now for Aiden Anderson. Trying to stretch the lead here. And knocks down that one. He's got 8, trying to push it to a 3-point game. That'd be a big thing for this Wildcat team. Leaves that one way short, airballs it, and the Jaguars will have it to inbound it now. So down 2, 11.4 seconds to go. A foul will put the Jaguars in the bonus. Will Van Beck's got it. He dribbles down the court. 10 seconds to go, leaves it off. Luke Dingman can't get the and one, rolls right off the rim and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Wow, the Jaguars were that close to tying it up and having the opportunity to go back, and now Luke Dingman's got 2 of the biggest free throws for sure of the season weighing on his back. Sinks the first one. And now we'll get a timeout. Icing one, you may as well use that second timeout. So with 6 seconds to go, the Wildcats will take a timeout, up by 1. So we're back here, 6.7 ticks on the clock. Luke Dingman to shoot 1 more free throw. Jaguars down by 1. And sinks that one. So 6.7 seconds. No fouls to give, no pressure. Jaguars are going to let it roll. Anderson turns, shoots at the horn, no. And Paffrath with the finish. The refs are going to convene here to see if he got that off. They say he did, and the Jaguars lose a heartbreaker on the home court. 58-56, the final. What a game for both sides here. The border battle goes to New London Spicer. Paffrath just finishes that up so nicely, follows that shot from Anderson. Everyone on the defensive end couldn't help but just look, and Paffrath makes him pay. So, final score here in Bruton. Wildcats 58, Jaguars 56. Everyone have a safe and warm weekend.